What is going on, guys? It's been a rough couple weeks for me. Obviously, I was a little sick, but more so, Alex lost, and now Ursig is on a three-fight losing streak. It was kind of a foregone conclusion, if you ask me. If you watch my other video, I think 7 people watched that video. So the 7 of you guys who did watch it, you guys probably know what I'm talking about. But uh, Alex had a very frustrating performance, but that's not usually Alex. He's had so many great, impactful performances that stand out in our minds, and performances that left us happy. Whether we were in the crowd or we're watching at home or at the bar, he always delivers. And he didn't deliver one time. There is some rumors about him possibly having a broken hand, being sick, what have you. But I'm going to forgive Alex because Alex is usually an extremely entertaining fighter and one that I'll always tune in to watch. And by the way, guys, this man over here with the red arrow on his head, he can bugger off. Super annoying, super annoying. God, I just want to punch him in the face, but he would absolutely wreck me. So maybe somebody else can punch him in the face. But let's move on, guys. We have two types of frustrating fighters. Essentially, there's only two types of frustrating fighters. Two and a half, maybe even three. Okay, let's call it three. There's three types of frustrating fighters. There's the Chandler syndrome, where you essentially take defeat out of the hands of victory. Like, you are destined to win, you're capable of winning, but your zero fight IQ somehow manages you to lose every single fight. Now, even though Chandler is extremely frustrating, he's by far one of the most entertaining fighters in the UFC, in any division. Like, everyone will watch him, everyone will whine, everyone will call it the Chandler, how he gets all this privilege and how he's been given an easy path, or a lucrative path at least. But the guy comes into fight and he's super exciting. I don't think I can recall one fight where he wasn't exciting. So uh, he's frustrating for his fans, but super fun if you're just watching the fight. The second type of frustrating fighter is the Leon Edwards syndrome. So the Leon Edwards syndrome is, you got no dog in you. Like, look at this man's face. Bilal's trying to kill him. Like, I don't care how bad I am at fighting, and I'm extremely bad at fighting because I actually don't know how to fight. But if Bilal Muhammad has my back over here and my title's on the line, I'm going to try at least to look like I'm trying. Leon looks like he's falling asleep. He looks like he's just kind of giving up. He's got no dog in him. And Leon's one of my favorite fighters, so it kills me to say this. The second point I want to make about Leon is, and there's a lot of fighters like Leon, and that's what the Leon Edwards syndrome is. He's always trying to look perfect. Like, all the technique has to be perfect. The switch stance has to be perfect. Everything has to be perfect. He just doesn't say, hey man, I'm down. My title's on the line. I'm behind to Bilal Muhammad. I'm behind to Sean Brady. I got to throw everything in the kitchen sink. It doesn't have to be technical. I just got to get rid of this guy. I got to get the finish. So he has no dog in him, and he's always trying to be perfect. That's the Leon Edwards syndrome. The next one is the Jake Shields syndrome. Now, I don't have a slide for this, but it's pretty much no matter how many times you lose or how many years you train, you make zero changes to your game, to your skill set. You have no new wrinkles. You're just the same guy. If you guys know who Jake Shields is, Jake Shields literally fought in MMA, I think, for like 10, 15 years at the very highest level, and he never developed anything other than what he came in with, which was a solid wrestling game and a great grappling game. Never developed any sides of his striking game, which is like preposterous if you ask me. 10, 15 years, you'd think you'd make some improvements, but Jake Shields and the Jake Shields syndrome made no improvement at all. So we covered Leon Edwards, guys, but let's delve a little bit more deeply into the Leon Edwards syndrome and Leon Edwards himself. So he's got no dog in him. And the worst part about Leon Edwards is the way he talks in the build to the fight, or the press conference before the fight, or the countdown, what have you, is there's a sense of arrogance and false confidence with him. Like, he dismisses all of his opponents. He says he's like head and shoulders above everybody else. He's second as far as greatest welterweights of all time, only to GSP, and that he's going to take that reign as well. And he talks a big game, but then he talks about headshot dead, and then he gets spiked on his head by Bilal Muhammad. And yeah, just not a good look. If you're going to talk a big game, you might as well come in there a little rough too. You better come in there with that dog in you. But Leon Edwards never brings that. Another guy is Corey Sandhagen. Corey Sandhagen is, man, super frustrating because he's such a perfectionist. He's such a martial artist. And he's one of those guys that I really enjoy as a person. But when it comes down to fighting, it either doesn't work at all for him because he's trying to be perfect. He's trying to focus on getting that sword, getting that dagger as sharp as possible. But he has like no ability to, get finishes until his technique lands. But when it does land, it's beautiful. Corey Sandhagen, when he's firing on all cylinders, he's one of the most entertaining fighters. But he's super frustrating because he's looking for perfection. He's not looking to win the fight. He's looking for perfection. Another person who's super frustrating and is just might be one of the most talented people in the UFC is Manal Kape. And Manal Kape is literally and figuratively one of the most talented people out there. Also, I'm noticing a little gyno on him in this picture. Maybe I'm wrong. Correct me in the comments below if I'm wrong, guys. Super talented. We all know what's wrong with Manal Kape. He talks a big talk. He's got all the skills, all the talent, but when it comes down to fighting, he just doesn't put it out there. Because when he does, it's amazing. He gets a finish. It's like he's half asleep. He can't get it out of second gear even. He's like first, second gear. There's no third gear for Manal Kape because when there is, it's a finish for sure. The reason I made this video, guys, is due to this man, Steve Erceg. Steve Erceg, I made a video about him a couple days ago about how he's probably going to be on a 3-fight losing streak and what do you do with him next. I love Steve Erceg. I like his style. I like how he carries himself. Genuinely seems like a nice person. But he made a very, very poor decision again, there's a caveat to this. He made a poor decision against Pantoja, but that was his, 4th fight in the UFC, and he's fighting for a title on short notice. What do you expect? He's going to make mistakes, right? He's never been up at that top level. He doesn't have the pedigree up there. So he's making poor decisions. That's one of, my gripes with him. But the second one is, I know you're on a 2-fight losing streak, man, but you're fighting Moreno, and you're fighting Moreno in Mexico City. You know it's going to be high altitude. You took this on short notice, so you got to go out there and try. And not just pitter-patter jabs and low kicks. Moreno's a dog. That's what he is. He's got that dog in him. You got to do something, especially if you're down rounds. I had him winning 1 round. 1 out of 5 rounds. I think it was round 2 or round 3. I can't remember. You got to put it in there. Throw those flying knees. Throw spinning elbows. Do whatever. Shoot a freaking takedown. Do something. But no, he's going to jab and throw a low kick. Jab and throw a low kick. And his jabs are not even landing. They're landing on Moreno's guard. Moreno's cracking him with overhands. Holy crap, super frustrating. Now you're on a 3-fight losing streak. Who are you going to fight? It's just going to be terrible. This is going to be terrible. The man's confidence is gone. He has no sense of urgency. Super frustrating. The last guy I'm going to bring up, again, these are all some of my favorite fighters, which is actually really funny when I'm looking at this list that I made, is Calvin Kattar. Now, this guy has the dog in him. You cannot argue the fact that Calvin Kattar has heart. He's got that dog in him. He's out there to fight. He'll go out on his shield. Max Holloway hit him with a jigillion shots. I think it was 300 significant strikes. Something stupid. And the guy never gave up. He was trying to catch Max. He was trying to finish Max. So he's got that absolute dog in him. But he's got that Jake Shield syndrome. That was hard to say. He's still just a boxer. That's what he is. 0 wrinkles to his game. All he's going to do is throw jabs, crosses, low kicks. Once in a while, he'll throw a body kick or a high kick. He's not going to really shoot takedowns. He's not going to grapple. He's not going to push you up against the fence. He's not going to throw any spinning shit. He's not going to do much. He's just going to... He goes back to essentially being a 145 Steve Erceg. it's just super frustrating because he's been in the UFC for so long and he has a lot of heart. Like, it's not like he's scared. This man's not scared. This man's scared of no one. 250 significant strikes on the dome. Never gave up. Just no new wrinkles to his game. Super frustrating. Guys, let me know in the comments below who you have as far as frustrating fighters. Guys that just, grind your gears.